Leave your comments on the Ask Reddit sub, and I'll read your answers on the next episode of LWIAR 2. What really obvious thing have you only just realized? Super embarrassing, but in college I would order rum and cokes because I heard everyone else ordering the same. Turns out I misheard everyone and found out it was just rum and coke. The first time I had a mojito was at a college party, and I was also tapped to go and serve them to other people, and so I skipped around offering monkey-toes all night. Wasn't till very late in the evening that someone was like, "I'm sorry, did you just say monkey-toes?" Quote, just like the ancient Romans did. Except the Romans used lead cups. It's not a Roman Coke without that hint of lead. Well, crap. Till. My favorite along these lines was the old CD burning software, Nero. Short for Nero burning ROM. Stigmatic in yo butt. Got M. That the division symbol, divided by, is just a blank fraction with dots replacing the numerator and denominator. What the hell, you just made it click after all these years? Well, hell, all of these I read on this one got me. Mind you, I teach elementary school, thank your lucky stars I don't teach math. Percent symbol 2%. Stop. I can't handle much more. He's known the truth all along. There is only the Olsen twin. And she moves very fast, that you see too. Did her looking nothing like a rabbit not give it away? Like when Bugs would dress in drag and give young me a confused boner. This is going to make me seem dumb as hell, but I recently realized why pickles don't ever come fresh. They do, but when fresh they are generally called cucumbers. Are you seriously telling me pickles are pickled cucumbers? I'm like 99% sure that's wrong, but I'm too lazy to Google that. I live in a part of Chicago called Greektown for 8 years and never realized the blue and white Christmas lights were meant to represent the colors on their flag. It just dawned on me today. I live in Denmark, so English is not my native language, and I just realized that weekend means the end of the week. The odd thing is that in the US, our calendars are arranged Sunday to Saturday, so it's sort of the weekend, but it's also the week beginning. It was a bit of a surprise when I moved to Denmark and saw calendars arranged Monday to Sunday. That's how I always thought of it. Sunday is the front end and Saturday is the back end. On my first visit to the States, I went to a supermarket on my own, and at the checkout the lady asked me, paper or plastic? And I didn't know what she meant, so I said, I have cash, and she very politely didn't tell me I was an idiot. She was in fact asking what type of carrier bags I wanted my shopping putting in, instead of how I was going to pay. I'm a Brit who got sucked into a holiday job doing door-to-door sales for a MLM company in the US. All the doors with signs saying, "No solicitors," confused me. As I was neither an attorney or a rent boy, I figured I was in the clear. Fortunately, the local police took an afternoon out of my day to explain. This girl I know has a dog named Yogi. 2 years into knowing her and being around Yogi, I was having a conversation with her sister-in-law and I said, I love the name Yogi. How did she come up with that? Her sister-in-law responds, Dog, and I said, yay, it's a neat name. She started laughing and said, no, Dog, the way you spell dog. I'm still mind blown about this, lol. We got a chocolate Labrador quite a few years ago. My dad has been known to name animals after what species they are. This time around, my mom wouldn't let him name the dog, so he named her Kitty. He also named his horse No Name. This is why we don't let him name animals anymore. Edit. Just remembered my brother has a dog named Fishy, as well. Just to continue the naming game. I knew someone whose dog was named Spot. 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 That big ship's wheel I got to turn as a kid was not actually controlling the cruise ship. Hi Dwight. This jogged my memory of something. When I was around 13, I was on a flight with a bunch of other kids. I fell asleep during the flight, but woke up during some turbulence. A couple kids near me saw me wake up startled and made a big show of saying, "Whoa. I can't believe the pilot did a barrel roll." A few other people I talked to about it confirmed it, and it took me embarrassingly far into adulthood to realize some people were just messing with me. I mean, a pilot on a commercial flight wouldn't do that, right? You have an Eskimo. Today my friend realized pipe cleaners were originally for cleaning pipes, after I suggested using one to clean a metal straw because it's similar to a pipe. Oh, I had that one about 7 years ago when my stoner butt was trying to clean out a glass pipe. Man, this is so stupid. Someone should invent some sort of frickin' pipe cleaner. Oh. I learned that all spice is actually one spice and not a blend of spices containing cinnamon and nutmeg. Edit. Reworded. I do not think cinnamon and nutmeg are blends. I also just learned that from your comment. And tasting it doesn't help disprove that theory. My highest rated comment after 10 years on Reddit posting every day is this. And after a few hours. Yeah, okay. I guess that's AskReddit for you. For the longest time, I always thought prima donna was prima donna. Up until this thread, I too thought it was prima donna. Well, you. When I was a kid, my mom told me my rabbit Rosie went to live on a farm. In my early 20s, I saw an episode of The Sopranos where everyone makes fun of Tony when he realizes his dog didn't really go to live on a farm. That's when I realized Rosie had not gone to a farm either. Edit. I would like to officially apologize for the cascading wave of terrible realizations my post has caused. Truly, we sit on thrones of lies. Tilde 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 edit 2. It turns out a lot of animals really do get to go live on the farm from the responses here, so that's cool. Oh my god. I just realized the same thing with my bunnies. Was told we had to give them away for some reason and never thought anything of it. I knew they would have to be dead by now, just didn't realize they died back then. There's an episode of Friends where they make fun of Ross for believing the family dog went to live on a farm. I watched the show with my wife a few years ago. Ross and I came to the same cruel realization at the same time. Similarly, I have a friend who didn't know what friends with benefits meant. She thought it meant like a friend from work who is literally beneficial to your work. The houses in Bikini Bottom are car mufflers. All the houses are made from trash dumped in the ocean. Bikini Atoll. What did you think rams were then? What did you think it was? From buffaloes. To be fair, the whole chicken fingers thing gives you a right to be suspicious. Also baby back ribs. ... Barbecue sauce. That to take off the plastic piece on top of deodorant, you just simply twist the bottom a few times. LMAO. I felt like a real idiot when I found that out. I asked my dad if he could open it for me because I couldn't get that thing off. And he just took it, twisted it up, and removed it without saying anything. That's what I've been doing for years. That Michelangelo's David is David from David and Goliath. How did I not know this? I thought it was just dude called Dave. Edit. I love how many of you just learned this today or very recently. And just thought he was some dude called Dave too. We got there in the end, guys. Better late than never. Edit. I never knew there was a sling. I thought it was his trousers. Yes, I honestly thought that. Never saw the rocks. Edit. I'm gonna need some more Dave's not here. Man, comments before this post is complete. Most Renaissance art is referencing biblical events or tales. On a similar note, I'm 37 and only realized a few years ago that the David and Goliath David is the same David as King David in the Bible, obviously not raised in church. My grandpa used to ask me when I was a kid if I could talk without moving my lips. Being a dumb butt kid, I would always give it my best effort, and thought I was pretty good at it. 20 years later I realized the old bugger was just telling me to shut the frick up, haha. Too bad I can't let him know I finally figured it out. Edit. Thanks for the silver kind stranger. I'm glad this hopefully got a chuckle out of some you. I know it always gave him a grin when I failed to figure it out. Have a great night everybody. Edit 2, well I'll be damned. First silver and gold, it's almost like Rudolph is playing. Bad holiday dad joke. Thanks you guys. I'm glad that it's this post that got some love. I'm 30 and I realized a few months ago that howdy is cowboy for how do you do. Critter equals creature, varmint equals vermin. I always wondered how you could possibly fit 10 gallons into that hat, lol. I had a dad who was an engineer and a mom who was an English teacher. If I had a question about something, my dad would make me go look it up, either in this huge dictionary we had, or in the set of encyclopedias. This was before the internet. Mom was always correcting speaking and grammar as fast as we could think of the next thing to say. My parents always took the time to explain things if the books didn't answer my questions, and I was just full of questions about everything. Yes, I was also very confused as a kid, but never allowed to stay confused for very long. While I did not manage to learn everything there is to know before my parents passed away, I did learn how to phrase questions so that the answers would be meaningful. This has paid off now that Google and Wikipedia are available, because half of finding the right answers is knowing how to ask the right questions. Whoa, a whole new dimension to it now. Till. Not me, but my husband just understood that Q is pronounced Q, and not key. His mind was blown. She's just over Z's. I have to remind myself key is pronounced key, not quay, so this made me do a double take. In the first Fable game, there's a place called Bowerstone Key. My 6th grade friend insisted that it was quarry, even though there were no R's, and I insisted it was quay, because of what it looked like. We never thought to search further. In high school my choir sang Hushabye Mountain, and there was a line about boats down by the quay. And I finally had the answer. Edit. Bowerstone, not Barrowstone. And I call myself a fan. Q 5-letter word, and the last 4 aren't necessary. When they get tired of waiting they do a UE. Not me, but my sister asked me about 2.5 months ago when we were watching John Wick 3. During the desert scene she asked me if they were real, and I asked if what were real, and she said sandlands, and I busted out laughing so goddamn hard and said, you mean deserts? Yes, they're real. Thinking about it right now got me laughing. I think we should start a petition to change the word to sandlands though. It's pretty good. In Sweden we put those letters in the post box with mail headed to the North Pole. In Canada you also send them in the mail to Santa Claus. North Pole. HOHOHO. Canada Post volunteers stationed at Santa's workshop will mail you back a letter from Old Saint Nick. Our postal code's a letter. Number. Letter. Number. Letter. Number. Edit. Add Canada at end for you international kiddies that want a letter from Santa. Deadline is December 12th for Canadian letters. So get it in soon. Might not be as surprising by this point, but feel free to look up Gold Member while you're at it. It's called a department store because there are, wait for it, separate departments within the one store. I had a sudden Clarence moment with that one recently. I only just realized this when I read this, so thanks for the comment. I'm in my 50s. I grew up in a rural area north of New York City. I'm a veteran. I'm reasonably intelligent, reasonably well-traveled. I've been hearing and repeating this expression on and off for all of my life. Friend, acquaintance 1, hey, man, see you soon. Friend, acquaintance 2, not if I see you first, smirk. It's just within the last few years that I realized that's almost always joking. Kind jab at friend, acquaintance 1. It was so ritualized as a way to say good night to a buddy that it never occurred to me that it meant that the friend would choose to avoid the other person. I'm going to remember this one. Next time I'm up all night thinking about all the dumb crap I've ever said and done, I'll just go back to this one and remember that it will never be that bad. Oh sweet Jesus lol. If it weren't for your comments, I would have been confused by this for the rest of my life. There's no such thing as no accent. People keep praising the latest Spider-Man for his accurate Queen's accent, but I don't hear it. Bro, same. People can figure out I'm from NY by the way I say water, but it's not like I have a heavy NY accent. With the water crap we just say water instead, and I never realized until someone pointed it Bout. Edit. Till no one pronounces water correctly. LMAO. Cruella de Vil was a cruel devil. A car accident resulting in a DUI and court-mandated rehab shined that light on me. Luckily I found out before I killed someone or myself. I've been almost year clean and feel pretty okay. Edit. Just one detail I didn't mention. I had a car a week and had been saving for it for a year. So basically threw away a year's worth of saved money. And my insurance was bare minimum, so it was a total loss. 2 buildings in one building and one of them's balding. Best line of the show according to younger me. It called Men's Warehouse and not Men's Warehouse. It's been a couple years since I realized this and I just think that's a clever name. Saw a place labeled as Public House when I moved nearby recently. It was at that moment I realized, oh, that's why they call them pubs. It's short for public house. In Russian phrase, public house means a whorehouse, not a pub. I wonder. And motel is motor hotel. Personal injury lawyer commercials play more frequently during daytime TV because their clientele is injured, stuck at home, and watching daytime TV. The Italian version of this is, you can't have a full bottle and a drunk wife, or something along those lines. Oh. What is candy shaped like? Candy stick fit in your mouth. And if you wind it up as a figure 8 between the 2 hooks, when you turn the hook down and take off the whole cord, it won't get tangled up as you vacuum. Edit. My first silver for a vacuum cord comment. My boyfriend did not know that his electric toothbrush has a timer on it that goes off at 1 minute and 2 minutes. He actually returned it and got a new one thinking it was broken. Since the timer is just a brief sort of pause, reduction in the vibration, he would be like, WTF, I literally just charged this freaking thing, thinking that the battery was already dying. One day, and I can't remember exactly what the conversation was, I brought up how I liked that my toothbrush let me know when I had brushed long enough. And it was like a light bulb went off in his head and suddenly he put it together that that was what his toothbrush was doing all along. Thanks for watching LWIAR 2. The best of all time r/AskReddit submissions and comments. If you like this video, check out the original LWIAR channel. And don't forget to like and subscribe.